I just felt like my current website and brand didn't truly match who I was. Um, it wasn't a true representation of who I am and how we work and who we attract. Um, and no matter what I tried to do to make it that, um, it was just a downward spiral. It led to confusion and overwhelm, and it started sucking the joy out of what I do.
So like since the rebrand, I guess you launched middle of the spring somewhere. What
Mhm.
sort of impact has it had on your business so far?
Well, definitely clarity. I know who I'm reaching, who is not my ideal client. The quality of leads has significantly increased, for the better. Um, I used to get, I don't know, 5 to 10 leads a week. Uh, I might get 1 to 2 right now, sometimes maybe none. But the quality of leads that actually come through are my ideal client, and my chance of working with them is so much greater because we are a good fit.
Mhm.
And whereas before, the leads would come in and they were just, I would spend hours consulting with them to lead to they really can't afford our services, or yeah, we just weren't a good fit. And also, another good one is we are now on more luxury wedding venues preferred vendor list.
That's great.
So, yes. So, even though I still figure, a year after, here we are a year after our rebrand, we closed out last year with our highest number of weddings since I reopened in 2020. And the quality of our clients last year were triple what they were before. And now being on these lists, I feel like this year and next year is where we're really going to feel the impact of a rebrand. A lot of people think that once you redo your website and you rebrand, that you need to see immediate results. You have to be patient and allow it to marinate into the community. People have known you for one thing, one style or one brand rather. Then here you rebrand. Now you have to educate them on who you are. So there there may be times I went through a slow time right after, and I questioned, is this worth it? Did I do the right thing? And yes, I did.
Whew.
I just yeah, you have to be patient and get through that time and be consistent. So people love consistency.
Mhm.
And so now that um, we have had that up for about 9 months, in the last quarter of last year is when these venues reached out to us and said, hey, we want to put you on our list because they're seeing the consistency,
Yeah.
where before I was all over the place.
Yeah.
So, uh,
That's really insightful because it's something that's not talked about a lot is that, branding is all about building that recognition and it takes time, like you said, your audience has to encounter your brand over and over again in different ways, different touch points, and that like slowly builds that trust, which takes time. And that's also a reason why you shouldn't rebrand every year or change up your colors every 6 months or whatever, that when you rebrand, it's really an investment in the next 5 or even 10 years, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
I do want to ask a question about the clarity because as you know, strategy and like getting really clear on what you stand for and all of that before designing is such a big part of my process. Were there any like major clarity breakthroughs for you, or like what stood out as like the biggest breakthrough for you when we did the strategy work prior to doing any of the design changes?
It's helped all the way around. Just whenever I'm in doubt of, well, maybe I should be trying to fill my calendar with more, the DIY brides and just helping them when I can.
Mhm.
And when I go to the website, like, no, this is what I want. I want to give them the full experience. Definitely, definitely helped.
That's important because I mean, I feel it too for myself, like that tendency to be drawn to like other things, other qualities, whether that's offering a different service or changing the way you do something because you see someone else do it that way, or you get an inquiry that's not really your ideal client and you're wondering, yeah, should I shift my uh, viewpoint or the things that I'm offering to accommodate that or not? I think that's normal as business owners that we have a tendency to do that. And that's one of the advantages of doing like this intense strategy research beforehand, is because you can fall back on that and review, oh yeah, this is who I am, this is what I stand for. And then it feels easier to weather those storms, in my opinion.
Yes. So going back to your last question of clarity and confidence, and even going back to my decision of the rebrand and things, this is where anybody, and I'm just speaking this truthfully, anybody that comes to you and wants to do a rebrand during that time, wipe out all the noise,
Hmm.
dig deep, who you are, and remember that. Because as everybody that I am talking to right now are redoing their website, and I know you're working with one of the photographers that I work closely with, and she's brightening up her colors. And for a quick second, I thought, did I make a mistake? Oh no. I need to go back and fix my colors?
No,
And
you don't.
no, no, because that is not who I am 365 days out of the year, 24 hours a
I
day.
even feel that for myself, and like my color palette just for the creative accent is also on the very cool muted side, and there are times where I think about that as well, but then if I come back to my strategy, I realize no, this is reflective of who I am, and maybe in 5 or 10 years that will have changed, and then it's okay to reevaluate. But you have to stick to your guns and stick to what's true to you, because
Yes.
yeah, even though you might admire what someone else is doing, that's okay. I mean,
Yep.
as a designer, like sometimes, yeah, sometimes I find it difficult. Obviously, I want to put out the work, like show the portfolio work that I want more of, but I also can appreciate a project that is so different from other things that I've done. And it's like, I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. Oh, it's kind of an old movie, The First Wives Club.
Uh-uh.
No? Oh, you should look it up. Where I think it's Goldie Hawn. She's an actress in the movie, and or she's like in the movie. She is an actress. She plays an actress, and she was like talking about emotions and feelings, and she's like, I'm an actress. Of course, I have feelings. I have all of them.
Oh, I think I have seen that. That does sound familiar.
And
That
that's what,
clip does.
yes. And that's what I think about color. Like, I'm a designer. I like all of them, of course.
Yes. there were times, like, okay, well, I don't understand. Can you help me understand this? Or why are we going about it this way? And I didn't understand it. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to trust you because you are the professional in this area. If I have to tell you how to do your job, then what do I need you for?
Well, I appreciate that so much. I always appreciate clients who do value my expertise because there are so many tools available to everybody that everybody with Canva, everybody can be a designer, right? So,
Yeah.
in that sense, sometimes the competition can be fierce. But I really appreciate you saying that and, giving me the space to be creative, just like I'm sure you appreciate that from your brides, you have a framework to work in, and then from there, your creativity can run wild a bit. Thanks again for your time, Kendra. It's been really great chatting with you. Do you want to tell everyone where they can find you on the web, on Instagram?
Yes. On the web, it's kendrasevents.com. And on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest is at Kendra's Events.
Great. All right. So anybody looking for a wedding planner or beautiful florals, I say go check out Kendra's Events. And if you are interested in brand design or website design, you can find me at thecreativeaccent.com or on Instagram at thecreativeaccent. Kendra, have a lovely day. It's been so great chatting with you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.